Hello, vinyl community. Welcome back. This is Hub Tunes. I am Mike. We're doing another concert review. I had a bunch of concerts like right in a row. Got a couple more coming up. So yeah, we're concerts are in full swing all of a sudden here in Chicago. I guess spring weather is around the corner, and that's getting bands out on the road and into venues. So awesome. I love going to concerts. If you guys have seen my concert reviews, you can go into the playlist and see concert reviews. I think I went to 23 concerts last year. So there's quite a few reviews of quite a few different kinds of bands: jazz, punk, rock, new age-ish stuff. So very diverse. When I do go see shows, I mostly go to shows alone because I can't really drag people to go see some of the bands that I am going to see. And it also is cheaper and it's a lot easier. I mean, I'll be honest, I like going to shows alone. I can move around. Because I usually go to general admission shows, so I can move around. I can get there when I want to get there. I can leave when I want to leave. I don't have to worry if somebody else is having a good time and whatever. Yeah, I'm a loser. Anyway, so I went to see, and when I saw this announced, I thought, oh, that sounds like it could be bad. I went to see the Remain in Light tour. This is Adrian Belew and Jerry Harrison of the Talking Heads. Adrian Belew of King Crimson and David Bowie's band, and on and on and on. Adrian has played with everyone. It was I bought a poster. I'm a nerd. I bought a poster, but this is a pretty cool poster. Isn't that awesome? And it's, yeah, I mean, it's not specific to the venue, but it's specific. It's the tour poster, but really cool poster. Absolutely loved it. So I had to buy it. I kind of, if I see a cool poster, I usually do pick them up. I have a bunch of them, but I don't buy one at every show. But I really liked that poster. I thought it was cool, so I bought it. Yeah, so they played. So I was really concerned. When I first saw it announced, I was like, okay, that might not be good. But then I started reading reviews, because apparently they've been doing this show they did it last year too, a few shows. And I read reviews that said it is great. It is absolutely wonderful. So I grabbed tickets. It was not expensive. I think maybe $45 for a ticket. General admission at a wonderful venue here in Chicago that I don't go to as much as I used to, called the Vic Theater. They're pretty famous theater here in Chicago. I used to go to a lot of shows there. It's one of these places where, sometimes they'll put in some tables, and like if it's a mellower or jazzier show, they'll put in some tables, but for the most part, there's no tables in like the first probably 50 feet of the place. You can jam right up, and then there's a couple small levels. The levels they have multiple levels, so you're always like a foot or two above the people in front of you. It's really, really cool, and their bar scene is very nice, very convenient to get to. You don't have to leave the venue to get a drink. It's right there. So it's really cool. I think it only holds like 2,500 people. So when I saw it was at the Vic, I was thrilled, and it's an easy trip for me. I hop on the train and I'm there in like half an hour. So what they're doing, and I thought it was going to be different. I thought the tour is called Remain in Light. I thought they were doing the Remain in Light album, which is, I'm sure you guys all have seen this. This is the wonderful Talking Heads Remain in Light, my second favorite Talking Heads record. I love this record. So damn good. And these Talking Heads records, they all sound fantastic. The sound quality and the mixing and the pressings of these records do not need reissues. The originals sound great. Yeah, because this band's, there's going to be reissues. They're going to be UHQRs and MoFis and blah, blah, blah. No, this band doesn't need it. These records are awesome. So I thought it was going to be Remain in Light. I thought they were going to do this album and then maybe, a few other songs. It was not. They did pretty much stuff from the Talking Heads debut, They did stuff from... They did not do anything from this record. I do not believe they did anything from this record. And that's probably a good thing, because this is a weak Talking Heads record. This is my least favorite Talking Heads. No, Little Creatures would be my least favorite. This is not a great Talking Heads record. This is more songs about buildings and food. Is that what it is? Yeah, more songs about building and food. Their second record, their sophomore record, and not great. This is my favorite Talking Heads record. This is Fear of Music. Absolutely a masterpiece. Then the soundtrack, Talking Heads, Stop Making Sense. And then they... Oh, well, no, I should have done that first. Well, out of order. This is Speaking in Tongues. Great. Burning Down the House, Slippery People, Girlfriend. Really, really good, great record. I mean, they released 3 records in a row that are all masterpieces. And then, of course, they had this. And they had this, True Stories. Is that what that's called? Yeah, True Stories, not great. And I have this, I picked this up at Record Store Day. This is a Chicago broadcast. It's called Real Live Wires from 1978. This is a really good live recording. It's a radio broadcast, so I think it was a Record Store Day release, but pretty cool. So they did basically a mixture of all Talking Heads music. So I pulled the set list. Like I said, the venue, absolutely perfect. The opening band, what was their name? Their name was, I wonder if it's on the, I forget the opening band's name. They were not good. They're just not my style. They're more like a upbeat, modern, like a contemporary R&B band. They had 2 female lead singers. They both sang really well. They both had very good vocals. I thought the band itself was musically great. They were high energy. They had 2 drummers, a sax player who also sang some songs, 2 keyboardists. It was a big band, and they were very good. Musically, they were really tight and right on. And I was like, man, this is a big band to be an opening band. There had to have been, I bet there were 8, maybe 10 people on stage for the opening band. I'm like, that's got to cost a lot of money to bring that many people on the road for an opening act. And so it turns out the opening band was the backup band for Adrian Belew and Jerry Harrison. So they come out and they go right into Psycho Killer, which is my favorite Talking Heads song. An extended version, that great opening bass and the whole guitar riff, and they just kind of extended it. And man, Adrian Belew can play guitar. These songs reimagined through Jerry Harrison and Adrian Belew were really, really well done. These songs are special. These songs are not... Talking Heads are the Talking Heads. You don't see a lot of cover bands doing the Talking Heads. The Talking Heads haven't gotten back together. It's these songs are really, really special. And what these 2 and this band, I'm going to give them credit too. What they did, rearranging them and presenting them, was really, really impressive. And like I said, Adrian Belew, such a good guitarist. I saw Adrian Belew many, many, many years ago. I think it was my freshman year in college, probably in '84. And he was in a band called Adrian Belew and the Bears. They had just released an album, and I was not a big King Crimson fan, but I was a King Crimson fan. So Adrian Belew coming to your college, it was a big deal. And I was young, and he was playing at our student center for free in the band The Bears. So we went to see him. And I'm telling you, there couldn't have been more than 25, 30 people there. And were they great? No, they weren't a great band. The first album is pretty good. I think there was a follow-up, which was not good. They're not a great band, but it was Adrian Belew, and I was a kid, and it was awesome. And I don't think I've seen Adrian Belew. Did I see him with Bowie? Maybe I did. I don't remember. But seeing him again live, he was great. I don't know how old Adrian Belew is now, but he looked good. He played really, really well. So they opened with Psycho Killer. It's like a 12-minute long version of Psycho Killer. And the two girls are now on backup vocals, and they're nailing it. Absolutely nailing it. Adrian Belew did a lot of the vocals. He did most of the vocals throughout the whole show. Cross-Eyed and Painless, another great Talking Heads song. That was up next. Houses in Motion they played, and then I Zimbra was another 10 to 12 minute extended jam, just a dance. This whole place was dancing to this song. It was really, really good. Adrian Belew's guitar on that, again, stuck out. He was doing guitar work that maybe it was just more pushed out into the front, live, but he was playing stuff that wasn't on Talking Heads records as far as guitar. I mean, he was doing some pretty good solos and stuff. And then the song Drugs, Born Under the Punches, Cities. Another highlight of the whole show was Cities. And then they did a solo Jerry Harrison song from Casual Gods, his second solo. I don't know if this is his second or first. It might be his first solo record. And this came out probably right after Little Creatures, so they were on a pretty big high. They did a song called Rev It Up, which was the first single off of this record, and it's extremely average. And it was pretty average live. It wasn't anything to write at home about. This is not a great record. I say it's called Casual Gods. It's not a great record. It's got some moments on it. Like I said, the single Rev It Up was kind of a hit. Got a lot of airplay, but yeah, it's all right. So they did a cover of that. And then they went right into Slippery People because nobody wanted to hear Rev It Up. So they went right into Slippery People, and it blew the roof off the place. The whole place was dancing and going crazy. And then after that, they did a King Crimson cover, Thela Hun Gunche. And I don't own that. I don't own that album. I used to have it on CD many years ago, and it was fun. It was really good, and Adrian Belew just took it over, and his guitar work was spectacular. And then they do Life During Wartime, which was great. Once in a Lifetime followed that up, and then they close out the show with Take Me to the River. Awesome. And then the encore was the Great Curve, which is a Talking Heads song. Wasn't exactly the cover or the encore I would have expected. They could have just ended after Take Me to the River, and everybody would have been totally happy. In fact, I didn't even stay for the whole encore. So, honestly, at one point I was like, okay, is this a cover band with Adrian Belew on guitar? It wasn't, though. It was more, and it felt great, and it was good to hear these songs live. Like I said, they're all so special. It's just a special band, and one of my favorite bands. And yeah, it was a great night. The crowd was good. It was packed. It was sold out. I had a fairly decent spot. There was a lot of marijuana going around, and there was a lot of security. Marijuana is legal here in Chicago. It's not legal to smoke in public. I think people kind of forget that every once in a while, because the guy in front of me, he was passing around something, and he was just waving it around. Everyone was smoking it, and the security just nailed him. And he had a look on his face like, what did I do? It's like, dude, it's legal, but not to smoke in public. So he got hauled out, and I'm pretty sure they confiscated everything he had on him. So other than that, it was a pretty uneventful evening. Yeah, it was great. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.